Hello everyone and welcome to Polar Night. We have some PvT action for you today. Starting up here in the top position on Polar Night, we have a GM player who just goes by the name of, a lot of lines, often referred to on Bellnet as a barcode. So we got the barcode Protoss at the top position. And at the bottom we have the Stim, the Win, the Man, the Legend, the GamerRichy of Gathering of Noobs. You can catch GamerRichy and others coaching for free at twitch.tv/Gathering of Noobs. Go check them out. They're awesome. I got to gold because of this man's coaching right here. And now I'm casting his game, which is great. Also, guys, I do cast these games live on Twitch, so if you want to stop by, drop by, and maybe have me cast one of your games, go on over to twitch.tv/imp_sc. I cast games. I'm going to be casting them on Sundays, as I find that's a good time for me to do them. And we will be going for a 12 racks here from GamerRichy, as Protoss going for the very standard gateway first. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead, feel free to like and subscribe. If you're watching this on Twitch, go to my YouTube and please subscribe so I can get that number up. Really grow my channel because I'd love to become a bigger part of esports and really become more of a caster than I am right now. I love to cast games. It's the most fun I have in StarCraft, so I want to keep doing more and more of that. GamerRichy spiking up to 500 APM. What are you doing, man? You're spamming like a madman. See, 13 gas come down. It'll most likely be a Reaper expand. We see often 12-12 gas come from Terran players, but I know Richie likes to go for the 13 gas, so he's not skipping an SCV. He'll also go up to 16 SCVs before getting his orbital. As we do see here, actually up to 17 with the Reaper, so he went up to 16 SCVs, then got his orbital. Making sure he's walled off nice and early. MiG? Wait. What? MiG? MiG? Did he think you were a MiG Delta? Another coach on Gone? Must have just been a pause. Actually, let's check that. Ooh. Ooh, this is nice. This is... Look at all this fun stuff. This is... I should learn those commands. I didn't know GameHeart did that. Why did he say MiG? I don't know. I'm getting out of that. Okay, back to the game. Back to the game, everybody. Alright, and Protoss players looking probably to take an expansion here as GamerRichy heads out with his first Reaper, dropping his expand behind that and getting a reactor. All the standard stuffs. Richie, I think he's going to be pleasantly surprised to come to the natural and find out that there is no cheesiness going on. There's a natural expansion, so he won't be having to worry about any sort of early pressure coming from the Protoss player. At the worst, he's going to have to be worrying about maybe a blink all in or some sort of cheesy bullshit attack coming from the Protoss, as we all know they like to do those a lot. And the Reaper is going to get chased away here by the Mothership Core. 2 additional barracks coming down from GamerRichy. Yeah, so he did scout the expansion, so he knows that's there. And the Mothership Core are going to be trying to sort of zone this Reaper right into that Stalker. Let's see if he loses. Oh, I'm lagging a little bit. And the Reaper does escape with just 7 hit points. So narrowly escaping as the bunker does go down back at GamerRichy's home compound. Getting beautifully set up for the mid game. I'd expect him to just go ahead and float that command center right down to his natural now that he sees his Protoss counterpart has indeed expanded. Looking at the production tab, we do see 2 more gateways coming up for the Protoss. As well as, does he have Warp Gate? Oh, he has not even started Warp Gate yet. A lot of Protoss actually delaying Warp Gate because they feel they don't need it as much. In TvP, if they're planning to play macro, they'll just sort of delay that so they can get their additional tech up a little bit sooner. Saving that gas up for some kind of tech here. I imagine it's probably a Robo. Or maybe a Twilight coming down. Do you see this Reaper trying to poke around a little more? Be great if he saw this proxy pylon. This pesky little probe moving around the map. Stim is now on the way for the Stim and Win Terran. The Reaper, this guy, this is an Irish Reaper. Because he's just that lucky. We now have double eBay as well as Stim coming on the way for our Terran player. This is my best Mr. Bitter impression, by the way, if you couldn't tell what I was doing. What I really like that this Protoss player is doing is he's spreading these pylons all around the map. This will really help him. He'll be able to do all sorts of counter warp-ins and all that funny stuff to really mess with the Terran in the mid game. As far as tech, we do see a Twilight Council now coming down from our Protoss player. As +1/+1 is on the way for the Terran. Grabbing those double forges to keep up in upgrades. And the Irish Reaper does find that pylon. The Stalker's going to be coming by to try to end his luck. And let's see what happens. GamerRichy, get out of there. GamerRichy. No! His luck ran out. And he exploded into a ball of flame. This GM Protoss is really active on the map with his units. I really like that. Something you see a lot from higher league players that really separates them from the lower league players. GamerRichy is not scared of a little bit of GMage. He's losing some Marines, but that's no big deal. He's going to try his best to stand up to Barcode Protoss and really show him who's boss. Gone. That's who's boss. Gathering of Noobs. Subscribe. Follow. Good folks there, gone. We see actually charge coming out from the Protoss, which is interesting seeing as there are a zero amount of Zealots on the map. Actually, there's 3. I lied. I'm an idiot. Probably just warped him back at home. Where are his Zealots? One just died. Oh, they're in the battle. They're in the fray. Some nice micro there. GamerRichy kiting those Zealots perfectly to kill them. Medevac's now on the way. GamerRichy is actually a really good spot for this. Let's see. Wow, this is quite the game. Just really nice play from both these players. Just I can't stress how much I like this, where this Protoss player is moving around the map, placing pylons absolutely everywhere, maintaining vision from the watchtowers. If you look at his cam versus that of Richie's, you can really see the difference in their map vision. Richie losing that battle quite badly, but he's actually ahead in supply. In army supply, that is. He's well behind in workers. He needs to get that third base down, as the third base is almost finished from the Protoss player. And what's funny is I started doing a Mr. Bitter impression, but I don't feel like I can stop. I feel myself slipping into Mr. Bitterage. And it's not what I want to be doing. If I had a co-caster here right now, I'd probably call him Kevin. Just out of habit. Because I can't actually stop doing my Mr. Bitter impression. We're going to see a lot of Protoss units go down here. Gateway units always lose to Stim Bio without some help. As the Zealots do go down, these sentries and stalkers are going to follow. One more Zealot going down, and this Nexus is under contention. More Zealots getting warped in. Some nice micro, though. He should be able to clean these up. Time Warp going down is going to make it very hard to run away from those Zealots. See more and more units streaming across the map for GamerRichy. He loves to be aggressive with Stim, as he will be getting a lot of probe kills here. Zealots warping in behind. Really nice move from our Barcode Protoss. And a smart thing to do would be to lift up and get out, because of course those Zealots can't jump. GamerRichy actually just going to stand the storm and get even more probe kills. Really fantastic play coming out of him. That +1/+1 really helping. Now another Bioforce stemming across the map and coming in to join the fray. Zealots warping in 3 at a time. It might prove to just be a little too much. An Archon coming, 2 Archons, really going to help. As the medevacs are forced to lift off at the side of those Archons. But the third base will go down quite easily, as GamerRichy will pick up and also drop into the main. A really nice move. This Artosis pylon exposed. Powering, yeah, well, actually, maybe we have some more pylons. It's not Artosis. I lied again. I lied about the Zealots. I lied about the pylons. I'm a liar, folks. Alright, so this game has been my game of Mr. Bitter impression. I hope you liked it. Going back into hit mode now. I'm gonna be my own man. I don't need no impressions. I'm a strong, independent nerd. Really nice counter warping. Gonna be probably merging those into Archons, I'd imagine. But we've got counter drops going on all over the place from GamerRichy. And the Archon will go down, as well as a lot of probes here. 46 probes lost in total for our Protoss player. Wow. Just wow. GamerRichy really doing the damage. There's just too much bio here for our barcode Protoss to contend with, even with that very nice time warp. Some nice feedbacks going down. Still, it's just proving to be too much. GamerRichy's going to be moving on. Gratz says barcode, and GamerRichy proves to be victorious.